Bedtime Stories. This is another story time. Yes. And today, look at me. I have my paws on today. My paws on today. Yeah, my paws. Yes, look at my paws. Just for you. Yes. So welcome to tonight's Bedtime Stories. And the title for today's book is The Marvelous Mouse Man. All right, let's go into the story. Yeah, and welcome to Kelly's ASMR channel. Thank you for watching. Please remember to comment, like, subscribe, and share. But most importantly, remember to let me know what stories you'd like me to read. Let me know if you're enjoying the story. Let me know your thoughts so I can create better content for you. Content that you like, yes? So let's begin the story. There we go. Now settle down and listen well to what I am about to tell, and the troubles that befell a town and set it spinning. As such tales do, it started small, with one wee mouse, just one, that's all, who one spring day came by to call, and that was the beginning. Turn the page. There we go. Now one small mouse is always sweet, with twitching nose and tiny feet. And if you meet one in the street, why, nothing is more pleasant. And 2 or 3 are fine as well, if they should visit for a spell. Why, even 4 do not repel whenever they are present. But when the welcome mat extends, and one by one they bring their friends, at some point, sir, your patience ends, and you become unhappy. And when no matter what you say, they simply will not go away, and soon have settled in to stay, your temper grows quite snappy. Look at the pictures. I tell you, sir, it was not nice. This town was soon a swarm with mice. You need not look but once or twice to see them frisk and frolic, till not a single store or house was uninvaded by a mouse, and every husband and his spouse was rendered melancholic. And that, sir, was what happened here. Where'er you turned, a mouse was near, atop your head, behind your ear. Each time you put your hat on, you had to peer inside your cup, for fear that you might drink one up. And when you did sit down to sup, a mouse was often sat on. Ooh. What shall we do? The townsfolk cried. In spite of everything we've tried, they've covered all the countryside, and still they keep on coming. Their manners are extremely rude. They don't show any gratitude, and yet they gobble up our food and clog up all the plumbing. It wasn't long before the fame of Mousy Town, its brand new name, had spread and many strangers came to see the situation. And there before their very eyes, and far more numerous than flies, were mice of every shape and size, in every odd location. As into town the strangers poured, the mayor came out to greet the horde, and offer up a large reward to anyone so clever as to invent a new device, no matter what its kind or price, to rid the town of all its mice and banish them forever. Then from the crowd there stepped a man, and straight up to the mayor he ran. He said, I have the very plan to solve your irksome worry. If you will hire me today and pay the sum you say you'll pay, your mice will soon be far away. I'll do it in a hurry. My skill has gained me great renown, and so I go from town to town. And though I'd like to settle down in some nearby location, I've heard about your dreadful fix, and so I've brought my bag of tricks, from which I'll make the proper mix to ease your situation. The man was very tall and thin, with wispy whiskers on his chin, and twinkling eyes and wrinkled skin, and hair of palest yellow. He wore a stovepipe hat of black, a crimson cape upon his back, and on his shoulder hung a sack, a most peculiar fellow, a most peculiar fellow. Let him try. Let him try, a voice cried out. We're in a pickle, there's no doubt. Hear, hear. There soon rose up a shout. Let's let the fellow try it. We haven't anything to lose, nor any other plan to choose. And if this offer we refuse, we fear there'll be a riot. But just before they paid his fee, the mayor spoke up. Hold on, said he. Although I do not wish to be a killjoy doubting Thomas, just hold your horses, if you will, and let's not pay his bill until a demonstration of his skill proves he can keep his promise. Of course I'll prove it, said the man. I'll gladly show you that I can. And from his pack he took a fan and waved it all around them. And suddenly beneath each nose the most bewitching smell arose, the perfect perfume of a rose. The odor nearly drowned them. The mayor sniffed in and out with bliss, each breath delicious as a kiss. He'd never seen a fan like this. It was a fine invention. But though he said the smell is nice, I do not find it worth the price, since why it will get rid of mice escapes my comprehension. See that? There we go. The fellow answered in reply, Most honored sir, I'll show you why. He took the fan and waved it high until a breeze was lifted, and suddenly throughout the space the smell was gone without a trace, and in a moment in its place another odor drifted. The mayor's wife wrinkled up her nose. The mayor's wife wrinkled up her nose. What is that smell, do you suppose? The more I sniff, the worse it grows. I fear it's getting stronger. Dear madam, said the fellow, please, I beg you put your mind at ease. Although this odor disagrees, it will not last much longer. And when the town folks in dismay began to cough and turn away, he cried, dear friends, I beg you stay. The odor cannot hurt you. And though I know the smell is vile, just hold your noses for a while, and shut your mouths and do not smile until your mice desert you. Meanwhile, through town and countryside, in every mouse hole, far and wide, wherever rodents did reside, the miracle was squeaked of. And all, however lame or stiff, ran out to catch a little sniff, to snatch at least a tiny whiff of what the region reeked of. Some said it smelled of brie from France, while others swore 'twas liederkrantz or gorgonzola, ripe perchance, or Stilton, Swiss, or Edam. But all agree that they would do all that the man might ask them to, and they would follow in a queue, wherever he might lead them. The townfolk laughed, the children cheered. The mayor was sorry he had sneered, and all his doubts had disappeared. The chap was now their hero. With gratitude their spirits soared, though when they paid him his reward, much larger than they could afford, their bank accounts were zero. He took his fee and off they went, a most remarkable event, and ever fainter grew the scent, until at last it vanished. And all the people chapped and cheered, because the air at least was cleared, and all the mice had disappeared, forever to be banished. This is the end of part 1 of this book. Stay tuned for part 2 coming soon. Good night. Thank you for listening to tonight's bedtime stories. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share.